this game? Are you taking all available players, or are you leaving some at home like you have done previously?
Yeah, no, most of the players that are fit will travel. Ricardo won't be involved. Naturally, he's coming back from long-term injury, so we have to be protective of him in the games and how often he's playing. So, but apart from that, yeah, everyone else fit will travel.
Lovely, good to hear. Any updates on? Oh, pardon me. Sorry, is there translation?
Radka, you're on mute,
yeah.
Sorry.
I apologize. Takže se chci do začátku zeptat, jaká je situace, jak do tohoto zápasu půjdete, berete sebou své nejlepší hráče, anebo budete některé chránit a necháte si je v záloze. A odpověď zní, že vezmeme pokud možno ty nejlepší, ale například Ricardo musíme nechat doma, protože je po dlouhodobém zranění, tak ho budeme chránit, ale ostatní hráči pojedou s námi.
Any updates also on how James Justin is getting on? I know he was due to have that operation, and also about Castagna and Fofana. Any updates on their progress as it stands, please, Brendan?
Yeah, James will have an operation on Thursday, and then his recovery will obviously begin from there. Timothy is training with the squad, and he should be okay for the weekend. All been well over the course of the week, and Wesley, yeah, he's still obviously a few weeks away.
No a tak se chci zeptat na Jamesa Justina, jak je to s tou jeho operací, protože se má chystat na operaci, a co Staňa Stefano, jak to vypadá s nimi. A odpověď zní, James půjde na operaci ve čtvrtek, takže uvidíme, jak se bude zotavovat. Timothy je na tom docela dobře, bude o víkendu trénovat s týmem a Leslie taky už se lepší, takže zřejmě se také připojí.
Okay, Babatunde, please.
Morning, Brendan.
Very good morning.
My name is Babatunde Ojoro of OJB Sport from Nigeria. When Leicester City lost Conte to Chelsea, there were speculations that it would be difficult to get any player, to fill his place. But now you have a Nigerian, Wilfred Ndidi. He's doing exceptionally well at the top level this season. As a coach, how have you been able to get the best out of him? And have you got any worry, of losing him to any big clubs this season? Thank you.
Sorry, the question was on what? Sorry, I missed the first part on wealth.
The question is, as a coach, how have you been able to get the best out of Wilfred Ndidi this season? And do you have any worry of losing him to bigger clubs?
Yeah. Listen, Wilf has been absolutely brilliant since I've been here. Just what he gives the team, the balance he gives the team. He's one of the top players in world football in terms of recovery in the ball. His reading of the game is so good, and he is the quality in his football is improving all the time. So for us, he's irreplaceable. We have very good players that can play in that position, but what Wilf gives the team is quite unique. And for such a young player, he's been fantastic. And what's really pleasing as a coach is that we see his development, his improvement, and he is still, because of his ability, he's very coachable. He wants to learn. He will continue to improve and get better with the more experiences he has. But an absolutely fantastic player, and so happy he plays in my team.
We can't hear the translator, guys. I think is she on mute again? Sorry.
Sorry, I apologize. I thought I clicked it. Takže otázka Baba Dunde z Nigérie zněla. Máte nigerského hráče Welte a je vidět, že se mu u vás velice daří. Tak jak z něj dostáváte to nejlepší? A odpověď Brandana zní, že je opravdu skvělý hráč, je to velmi dobrý týmový hráč, máme z něj velikou radost, je v podstatě nenahraditelný. Máme hodně dobrých hráčů, ale protože on je takto mladý, je fantastický tím, že prostě se velice dobře koučuje a vidíme v něm velký potenciál, bude se nadále stále více rozvíjet s tím, jak nazbírá zkušenosti, takže je pro nás nenahraditelný a jsme velice hrdí, že ho v našem týmu máme.
Okay, John Percy, please, and raised hands for any other questions.
Morning, Brendan. You okay?
Morning, John.
You're obviously having a great season domestically. I just wondered, you're obviously at the knockout stage of this competition now. Do you feel like you've got a bit of unfinished business here? Because, I mean, looking back at your career, you've had a few frustrations at this part of the competition. I just wondered how you sort of viewed it.
No, listen, it's exactly that, John. It's an experience. It's in the past, so I never worry so much because it won't benefit us now. You know, it's one where we wanted to do well in this competition. We've come out of the group. We've won the group. We've now got a tough game against Prague. So, but we're all very excited about the European challenge as well, and we want to qualify for the last 16.
Takže otázka od Johna Percy zní, na domácím poli se vám letos daří velice dobře, ale v minulosti jste v tomto poháru neměli zrovna velké úspěchy, teprve se chystáme na vyřazovací kola, tak jak se na to díváte, na to, že v minulosti se vám tolik nedařilo? A odpověď zní, že minulost je minulost, na tu nemyslíme a soustředíme se na budoucnost. Bereme to, že se nám letos velice daří na domácím poli jako dobrou známku toho, že se nám v těch vyřazovacích kolech bude dařit dobře a dostaneme se až do 8. finále.
Okay, Rob Dorset, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Rob. Good morning.
Good to see you, mate. Listen, just a bit of a sideways move on this one, but I don't really apologise for it. I know you've been asked about it before, but online hate is a massive issue still in football. And Jan Dander at Swansea, who I know you know very well, speaks incredibly highly of you and what you did for him in his early career. He's spoken out now about the vile abuse he's suffered online as a British Asian. He's criticised the social media companies for adding, quote, more fuel to the hate. I mean, look, you know him well. What do you make of that? And have any of Leicester's players been targeted that you've had to deal with and discuss?
Not that I'm aware of, Rob, to be honest. There's nothing that's really come to light on that front. But I think for us, it's really about standing beside all the players. They are suffering the abuse. And again, it's this constant drive and fight to eradicate it. It's something that obviously goes much, beyond football. You're looking at your governments to try and push and eradicate all this type of abuse, and because, like I said, it's from a mentality perspective and from a social perspective, it's very, very difficult. So I think it's for us to constantly drive home the message that it's not acceptable, and as we say, we stand shoulder to shoulder with all the guys and the support for any type of abuse that is out there.
Takže Rob Dorset se ptá na něco trošku bokem, a to na šikanu online, protože víme, že například Jan Danda, který vás hodně chválí, mluví o vás s velkou úctou, také mluvil o tom, že je neustále předmětem nenávisti kvůli tomu, že to je asijský hráč. A tak se chci zeptat, jak to vidíte a jestli hráči Leicesteru někdy měli podobné potíže. A odpověď zní, nevím o tom, že by moji hráči něco takového utrpěli, ale vím, že se šikana online děje a my neustále bojujeme na tom, abychom to odbourali a že to není pouze na nás, že to je i na vládě, je to prostě, se na to musíme dívat z perspektivy společenské a z mentality, je to prostě něco, co musíme lidem neustále vysvětlovat, že takový přístup se nemůže tolerovat vůbec nikde a ve sportu ani online také ne.
Okay, Thomas Petter, please.
Tomáš Petr z Českého rozhlasu, dobrý den. Já se chci zeptat, jak moc pro váš tým je komplikací to, že vlastně kvůli koronavirovým problémům můžete cestovat až v den zápasu a co je vlastně kvůli těmhle omezením pro vás největším problémem. Děkuju.
Tom Petr from a Czech radio station. I would like to ask what does it mean for you as a club that because of the coronavirus complications, you are only forced to travel on a day of the match and you are not able to prepare in the same way that you would normally?
No, we're okay. We will travel later, so there's no disruption to our plans. We obviously decided because of everything with the pandemic that we would train here at our training ground. So obviously after this press conference, we will get on with our preparation and then travel later and look forward to going to Prague for the game.
No, nemyslím, že nám to nějak moc narušilo plány, jsme v pohodě. My jsme se kvůli té pandemii rozhodli, že budeme trénovat tady dnes, vlastně po této konferenci půjdeme na naše trénovací hřiště, abychom se teda ještě jednou zatrénovali a pojedeme o něco později, než bychom normálně jeli, ale nemyslím si, že nám to naruší přípravu.
Okay, Rob Tanner, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Rob.
Is there any update on Jose Perez? Because obviously he came off against Liverpool. And also, can you tell us a little bit more why Ricardo won't be travelling?
Yeah, Ayo will probably be, sorry, I meant to mention him earlier. He will be probably a couple of weeks. So he'll be out for the near future. And Ricardo, yeah, it's just purely, haven't been out for such a long time. And working back in, you got to be really careful with the loading that he has. You know, he felt a bit of tightness after the game the other day. So it's remembering he's coming back from a long injury, and as much as we'd love him to be able to play every single minute, we have to be conscious of the games and his physical condition. So he'll miss out on this one, but he should be absolutely fresh and fine for the game at the weekend. So we don't want to take him if we're not going to use him. So it's a chance for him to stay here, do some recovery work, do some other training, and then be ready for the weekend.
Thank you.
No, takže Rob Tanner se chce zeptat na Luise Pereze, protože ten byl vyřazen ve hře proti Liverpoolu. A také proč tedy nepojede Ricardo, když vlastně už začal znovu hrát. No, odpověď zní, že Perez byl vyřazen, ale že tedy bude muset si ještě za 2 týdny odsedět, než se může přidat zpátky do hry. A Ricardo je už sice zpátky ve hře, ale protože byl dlouhodobě nemocný, pořád ještě není v naprosto skvělé kondici. Po poslední hře se cítil hodně namožený a bolestivý, takže ho radši necháme doma. Určitě bychom ho tam chtěli, ale protože musíme myslet na to jeho zdraví, tak ho v této hře oželíme a bude ještě ale tento týden trošku trénovat a snad bude fit na víkendovou hru.
Okay, Charlie Slater, please.
Hi, Brendan. Hope you're doing well. Just a quick one about Harvey Barnes. I believe we're going to speak to him in a few minutes. I just wondered if you could talk to me a little bit about how impressed you've been with the way he's come on as a footballer and developed his kind of final product in that last third as well, particularly this season.
Yeah, he's been absolutely incredible. His consistency. I think the area of his game we wanted to develop was his tactical idea of the game, which we felt would allow him to get into more positions to score. And the great thing with Harvey is he's very, very coachable. You know, he's such a great lad. He trains every day. He wants to be better. He wants to improve. And now what you're seeing is that consistency and threat that he has in every game. An absolutely brilliant young player. Who's only going to get better and better. And like you say, you've seen him at the weekend, just his directness, his running ability, but also how hard he works in the game. So it's really pleasing to see. I think he's shown an intelligence now in his game that we've always wanted to help him develop. Because at the very highest level, you got to you got to have that ability to be able to and have that intelligence to be able to play out different systems when required, and you've seen him do that at the weekend. So yeah, absolutely delighted. He knows that there's still a lot more to come from him, but he's been a huge asset for us.
Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Charlie.
No, tak já bych se, Charlie Slater, otázka, já bych se chtěl zeptat na Harvey Barnese. Jak vám imponuje, zvlášť v té poslední části letošní sezony, protože se mu velice daří? A odpověď zní, je opravdu skvělý, hodně si vyvíjí svou taktickou hru, úplně úžasně se trénuje, protože se chce učit, trénuje každý den a hrozně si vyvíjí svou taktickou hru a své příležitosti k tomu, aby mohl skórovat. To jste viděli teď o víkendu, jakým způsobem hrál, prostě je úžasné se na něj dívat. A jeho přímost a rychlost je úplně imponující a on je hodně mladý hráč, takže se bude i nadále rozvíjet a víme, že od něho můžeme čekat ještě spoustu dalšího rozvoje.
Okay, Jordan Blackwell, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
Apologies if this has already been asked. I just missed the start there. Has James Justin now had an operation on his knee? And also, how difficult for you is it now the Europa League is back, getting the balance right in that squad so you can compete in all competitions?
Yeah, firstly, his operation is on Thursday. So yeah, then he'll start his recovery process from there. And secondly, yeah, it's always, you're managing the energy levels, and of which the players have been absolutely brilliant, you know, in terms of the physicality. You can see actually from our game last week, you know, we had a really tough game in the midweek against Brighton. Then we had a 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday against Liverpool, who are, you know, one of the most physical teams you could come across. And the players, how they cope with it, the bravery and the physicality that they've shown within the game was fantastic. So that is something that you have to manage. And yeah, there's certainly no way that you can play the same players in every single game. So yeah, you have to manage the energy and obviously look at each game and what that game may need.
No takže Jordan Blackwell se ptá, omlouvám se, že mi unikl začátek konference, chci se zeptat na Jamesa Justina, jestli už měl operaci, a také se chci zeptat, jak vlastně teď, když je Evropská liga zpátky, jak to zvládáte, jaká je energie v týmu? A odpověď zní, že James bude mít operaci ve čtvrtek a ano, je skvělé, že můžeme zase hrát, ta energie v týmu je naprosto úžasná a kluci jsou ve skvělé fyzické kondici. To jste viděli v tom zápase o víkendu s Liverpoolem, ta jejich tělesná zdatnost a fyzická zdatnost byla úplně špičková a je sice pravda, že nemůžeme používat všechny hráče nebo ty stejné hráče pro každou hru, ale musíme je dávat odpočívat, ale celkově všichni kluci jsou v naprosto skvělé fyzické kondici a hrozně se těší na to, že budou znovu hrát a ta energie v týmu tomu taky dává, jako je toho důkaz.
Okay, we're about out of time, so we'll take one final question from Owen Palmer-Atkin from Radio Leicester. Make it a good one, Owen.
Thank you, Johnny. Morning, Brendan. You okay?
Good morning, Owen.
We've been told that Slavia Prague focus heavily on the fitness and conditioning side of things. I wonder what you are expecting from them in that kind of regard, and how they might test you in a different way to what you've experienced in the group stages against the likes of Athens and Braga.
No, it's a team that's set up well. They obviously have confidence from being the top team in the country and winning the leagues, and you see from the results that they're used to winning. So that always breeds a confidence. They've got good pace in the team, you know, especially in counter attack. You know, the two wingers are fast and dynamic. And yeah, but it's not something that we wouldn't have come across before. You know, but when you operate in the Premier League, you're playing against all different styles, and of course the Premier League is you know, arguably the most competitive in world football. So yeah, but it's going to be a difficult game over the two legs for us, you know, but we're very ambitious to get through the round, but we know that we're going to have to work really well and be as concentrated as we would in any game that we're playing in the Premier League. So yeah, but we're looking forward to the challenge. You know, the first leg tomorrow. It's important for us to go and play well, and as I said, accept the challenge of Slavia and know that they're a good side.
Thank you, Brendan. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, on.
No, takže otázka od Ovena Atkina z Rádia Leicester. Víte, že Slavia Praha se hodně soustředí na to, aby měli jako dobrý fitness a tělesnou kondici. A co tedy od nich čekáte ve srovnání s ostatními evropskými týmy, které jste v nedávné minulosti hráli? A odpověď zní, no je to super tým, mají vysoké sebevědomí, protože jsou vlastně na špičce své hry, jsou zvyklí vyhrávat, jsou v čele svých lig, ale není to něco, na co bychom nebyli zvyklí, že? My víme například, že jejich protiútok, jejich dvě křídla jsou naprosto rychlá a dynamická, ale my jsme na takové způsoby zvyklí z první ligy. Víme, že to bude těžké, protože je to ambiciózní tým, ale těšíme se na tu výzvu. Máme před sebou 2 kola a bude to hrozně skvělá hra, bude to důležité pro nás vyhrát. Víme, že to bude náročné, protože oni se opravdu budou snažit, chtějí zůstat na špičce, ale my tu výzvu přijímáme a těšíme se na ní.
All right, thanks everybody. We've got Harvey here now, so we'll say goodbye to Brendan.